back to Blue Heron Pro Tools Tutorials. I'm going to show you about making your own templates. If you do a lot of recording, you know how it's cumbersome when you're in the middle of sessions and you keep having to add another track or add another auxiliary or add a reverb, stuff that you wouldn't mind doing if you were mixing, but while you're in the process of tracking stuff, you don't want to slow down that creativity. So you can create templates for stuff that you do all the time. Right here I have one already set up called, it's a rap setup, because when I do rap sessions I don't want to have to keep adding tracks and I know what I'm going to use most of the time. So what I have here, I have a master fader, I have 3 auxiliaries already set up, one blank one that's got a reverb unit on one auxiliary and a vocal processor on the other one, and then a blank one in case I need something on the fly. So the reverb is on a auxiliary track and it's going out of bus 1 and 2. Alright. And then my send on my vocal tracks would be that same bus 1 and 2. And then this fader would increase or decrease how much reverb I have on the track. The vocal processor, I explain why I have that on there in a session about recording vocals, and I'll explain that when you watch that tutorial. So then I have a stereo audio track here that I'll put the beat on, which would be like here. So if I had a session going and I wanted to drag something in here, I could just pull it up from here, drag it into my session, and you can see on the rest of these tracks are all, I have another stereo audio track, and then the rest of these are mono tracks that I'd put vocals on. Then I don't have to wait around setting up more tracks in the middle of a session. Now I'll show you how you do this. This one is called Rap Setup 3. That's just what I named it. Now if you go on a Mac to your Finder and find where you have that, and here it is, and right click on it and then say go to Get Info. Now you'll notice here I have this box checked that says stationary pad, and what happens when you open the session, it will ask you, are you going to edit the stationary pad or is it a new session? If it's a new session, you click New Session and you just name it something, and then you're ready to record. The next time you need that thing, it'll still be there under Rap Setup. Now I do ones with for live music, like with drums. So there's a kick drum and snare drum and hats and bass guitar and electric guitars and acoustic guitars. So there's a lot of tracks. I like to have that set up before the band even gets in here. Now if you were doing this on a Windows machine, you do the same thing. You find where your file is that you saved, whatever the setup is, right click on it, go to Properties, go to Attributes, and then click Read Only. And then that's how you'll get a template, and you can make a bunch of them so that depending on what you're recording, you already have stuff set up. Thanks for watching. Check out our Facebook page and our website. See you next time.